what is homeschooling? In short, it is parent-led learning, parent-led teaching at home. That's pretty much what the answer is. But there's really more to it, and it's still pretty confusing. So we're gonna go over a few of the things that helps explain what is homeschooling to make it more clear for you. Okay, so my favorite drink at Starbucks is the salted cold foam cold brew, and I don't have Starbucks money, so I make my own cold foam iced coffee here at home. So that's why I have my salt. All right, so you're probably wondering what I mean by parent-led education at home. I've got 3 points that are going to help clarify that for you. That explains really what homeschooling is more in depth. So the first point to understand about homeschooling is you are already the teacher. You know, you've spent the first 4 to 5 years already teaching your kids, 3, 4, 5 years already teaching your kids things. You teach your kids how to walk, you teach them how to put on their clothes, tie their shoes, ride a bike. You spend all this time teaching them. You teach them how to behave to go out into public. You put on, deodorant's probably older kids, but, teaching them to wipe their mouth. And your kids are like my son. He's always got crumbs all the way around his mouth. So, but the point is you're already teaching them. Okay. And book education is just another step of the education that our children needs. As a society, we just send our kids to public school typically, to be taught at school, to take part of that part of our children's education. But, as lifelong learners, not all of our education is meant to take place in school. So when you homeschool, you're taking back that book education part and you're just doing it at home. You're just deciding what it is that you're going to teach them and how you're going to teach them, and it takes place in the house. So you're already teaching them, and you're just going to extend that out versus having somebody else do that. All right, so the second thing to understand about homeschooling is that online public school is not homeschooling. All right, so what do I mean by that? What I mean is that when a public school offers an online option, even though your child is going to be learning at home, that's still not technically homeschooling, because you are still having the school teach your child. The child's just not sitting in a school building. Now, I'm not saying that it's not good, that it's not a great option for some families, because I get it, homeschooling is not for everybody. There's a lot of family dynamics that don't allow for homeschooling, but the online option that is offered through the public schools, your family still has to be in the public school system. You're still following the public school schedule. You're still following the public school testing standards. You're still following all of the standards and measures that the public school requires of their students. I think when that really big bad thing happened back in about 5 years ago, I think it really kind of muddied the waters on how people view homeschooling and what homeschooling really is. Because while yes, homeschooling offers a lot of flexibility, with being able to teach your kids and where you teach your kids. And we saw a lot of public schools, almost all of the public school students, come home, and learn from home. It really gave parents a really distorted view of what homeschooling looks like. And so when you're going to homeschool, online public school does not fit the definition for homeschooling, which really leads us into our third point, okay? And that is homeschool is not meant to look like school. It's not. Homeschooling, because of the flexibility that comes with homeschooling, and because of the way the public school and even private school or charter schools, this is an institution dynamic that when you're doing homeschooling, your homeschool rhythm and your homeschool routine is not meant to look like the same rhythm and routine of being in an institution. And so, like I was saying, what I mean by institution is public school, private school, charter school, any of those. It really doesn't matter, because those are designed to teach large swaths of children. All right, you got 30 kids in a class, and so then you're going to have even more kids because there's more classes and then all the grades. So it's going to look different. As you're putting together your homeschool and what that looks like, just know that it will look different. It's good that it looks different. And try to keep yourself from being in that comparison trap, especially if you're new to homeschooling. And that's going to be really hard. If you have more questions about what it takes to start homeschooling, these were really just meant to define what homeschooling is for you. But if you have more questions over what homeschooling is, I have an ebook called How to Start Homeschooling with the End in Mind that will help lay out a perfect path, not a perfect path, but it'll help lay out all of the things to really consider as you start homeschooling your child, like how to start forming your education philosophy. Once you start figuring out what that looks like, it'll be easier picking out curriculums. It's going to go over different things like how to navigate some of the HSLDA website, which, guys, is something that's super important to look at. You're going to want to look at what your homeschool laws look like in each of your states. I really should have said that a little bit earlier in the points that I was making, but every state has their own definition for homeschooling. They're all basically the same, but they're all a little bit different. And each of them have distinctions in how they want students to be taught. They have like their different laws. So go to the hslda.org website, and you'll be able to look into the different homeschool laws for your state. Some states are more lax than other states. So start looking into that. and taking a look at how to set up your homeschool. You know what? You can homeschool. Hi, did you get another rock?
Yeah.
You got another rock. I love it. I love it. Can you go take that outside?
No.
No? Do you want to go put it on the table?
The table.
Yeah, go put it on the table.
I'm on.
Yeah?
Mine.
Yes, you go put it on the table and I'll come check it out in a second. That's homeschooling, guys. Rocks on the table. Be ready. All right? So, I will... Okay, so I have a lot of information that you can find about homeschooling curriculums and different teaching styles and like that book that I was telling you about at my website, www.journeytohomeschool.com. And I hope that this was super helpful for you. Have a great day. Go 3.
3.
In the camera. 3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Now do it on the camera. No. In front of the camera. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 2, 1.
Can you do it in front of the camera though?
3, 2, 1.
Up in front of the camera.
3, 2, 1.
Okay. Now do it one more time so you can see all of it. Step back a little bit. Maybe that'll help.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.